It's race time. It's the Spanish Grand Prix. It's F1 2016. The Ferrari Career Mode Season 3. And we are back and we are live once again. We qualified 5th. Nothing special. It was a wet, dry quali session. We were fastest in Q1, second in Q2, and then we were like the first dry runner to set a lap time. So you know the guys that went out on the dryers after us just exponentially improved on our time. But we're 5th. Raikkonen starts on pole position. We're ahead of Daniel Ricciardo on the grid. A few cars bought upgrades. Mercedes with the tiny ones, so they pull ahead. I have got an engine power upgrade set for the next race. I figured there's no point in stockpiling my resource points. I might as well just spend them the minute I get them, because that way we actually get a solid opportunity in the title fight. That's my theory. That is my wee theory, and hopefully it proves to be a good one. Hopefully, we shall see. But yeah, we could have got 10 points last time out. We binned it in the wall. That video went live a couple of hours back, or maybe like an hour ago. I don't know. But we chucked it in the wall on the final lap of the Russian Grand Prix, because I'm genius. Spain is not a good track for me, or really, like anyone on F1 2016, because the AI are just so stupid fast around this track. Like, stupid fast. So it's a little bit awkward, but we'll see how it goes. Might be a good one for us. We never know. But yeah, don't like Spain. Don't like Spain at all. The YouTube processing right now is not being very good. I'm kind of keeping an eye on my preview. And it is being no bueno. Mucho no bueno. Okay. We'll just jump into this, shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh yay, it's a dry one. It's the dry Grand Prix.
It's a sellout crowd of 140,000 here today as we await lights out for the 730-metre sprint down to turn 1 of this 2.9-mile racetrack. Overtaking is challenging through these 16 corners, but there's still a lot of high-speed excitement to be found, including the flat-out turn 3 and the terrifying blind right of turn 9.
Yeah, I'm concerned we're not going to do well today. I think just points. There's a few cars ahead of me which are slower, such as we've got Massa ahead of us who's slower, Magnussen. So that's with 5th. Those would be 2 guys that we can easily jump. I'm hoping Kimi can hold Verstappen back. I think we just got to show that Verstappen is on the medium tyre to start with there, because that's something. Q2 it didn't. We didn't use dry tyres, so we get to pick the tyre that we start on. So let's do that now with our strategy. So let's have a look. It's predicted to be dry the whole race. I realistically don't want to use the hard tyre, because the hard tyre is horrible. Horrible. So let's go 31 laps of fuel. There we are. Lovely. I personally believe the soft tyre will drop off very quickly. But track position is more of a benefit than anything else. So I would like to get at the front and then use the mediums. I think that's a better idea. So we're going to start aggressive. for that speed boost at the start. Because I would imagine the guys behind us are going to run... I imagine the guys behind... I mean, look, Magnussen, hard tyres. So Magnussen is already slower than us, and he's on a harder compound. Ricciardo going aggressive, you see. Faster cars that are more sort of in the pack and have more of a chance of being held up. We're going to go aggressive, and we're going to make sure that we don't get held up. I think that's the smart call today. Like, it's going with the engineer strategy, which I've sometimes definitely proves to be more successful than me overthinking it. Plus, the soft tyre felt okay in the tyre management program, you know? So I'm hoping to get Magnussen off the line and be challenging Massa into turn 1 through to turn 4. That's kind of ideal scenario. I think that's best case. Can't see what tyres Massa is running. Oh, Raikkonen's... I don't know what tyre Raikkonen's on. That'd be an interesting one to know. What tyre Raikkonen's on. I know I could find out, but, you know. I'm not a fan of pausing mid-stream. If there's a video and I could edit it out, sure. But, you know, this is a stream. It's about being live and in control. So we should get a better start than Magnussen due to our compound of tyre. I think we have to worry about getting over to the inside of turn 1. I don't like the outside around Spain. And it's about... I think we're racing Ricciardo today in the way up the field. You know, the competition. Especially we've got the 2 Mercedes behind us. Hamilton looks like he's on mediums. So he'll be one to watch. It's about getting a good gap to the guys behind us for the actual start, which is coming now. And the first round of pit stops as we build 5 lights. We're away. Magnussen with a good getaway. Massa with about Raikkonen with the worst start. We're boxed in behind him, actually. That's it's not worked out ideal. We're going to go around the outside of Massa. And we're fighting Magnussen. Going around the outside of 3. We can't squeeze him too much. Got the jump on him, though. That's ideal. Not best case scenario. Best case would have been Raikkonen retaining the lead. But we've cleared the 2 cars ahead of us which were slower. That were going to keep us held up. Now, it's about using the tyres to our advantage. Because Magnussen is on mediums. Raikkonen is on softs. I'm on softs. Did I say Verstappen or Magnussen? I don't know. Magnussen's on hard tyres. And he's leading the pack behind. So he will help hold them up. Raikkonen is all over the back of Verstappen. We need to be... If Raikkonen passes Verstappen, we need to as well. This could be a big race for Ferrari to get everything back on track for us. Because we haven't exactly performed very well so far. I'm going to burn a lot of fuel in these opening couple of laps. Now Raikkonen is very close up behind him. He could be pressuring. Raikkonen 4 tenths behind. Can he? Oh, he's side by side into turn 1. Can he do him? Raikkonen's down. Raikkonen's through. I've got that horrendously wrong. I was busy focusing on ahead rather than my own race. God, my car feels very light at the back, and I'm not too sure why. Massa has passed Magnussen. Massa on the soft tyres. So Magnussen... Get the feeling we're going to see Magnussen do his best stone impression for the field and just drop backwards. 33 laps the Spanish Grand Prix. It's a long one. I'm hoping to just use like rich mix for the pretty much the entirety of this first stint, and then hoping the second 2 stints just help bring it back. That's kind of what I want to do. You know, just abuse the soft tyre a little bit. We're not great at the chicane though. We've got like next to no traction. We're 6/10 slower than Raikkonen on that lap. I could definitely push it a bit more into turn 1 on the brakes. You know, I get the feeling that I am selling myself a little bit short there. Not a good turn 3. We're in a second of Verstappen though. So here's to hoping that we can get or keep that through the lap and get DRS on him and set ourselves up for a good opportunity. That's all we can hope for, really. Here we go, DRS on the back straight. That'll keep us nicely in distance of him. Yeah, we should be very close. As long as we get good drive out of the final chicane. Oh, we've turned in very early there. But even then, look at the extra gap that Verstappen's pulled on us. This is going to be... I mean, we're going to close. We're absolutely going to close, but I'm not too sure by how much we're gaining. We're hitting the rev limit up. We didn't gain enough. Can we have a solid enough first sector to have a look at him? Dirty air, hampering the turn in. Fastest first sector of the race, though. Fine, Jeff. Don't worry about it. Oh, we've got a good run. We've got a good run. Out of 5. Oh, we might have him on the inside here. Run him out to dry. Or he might get a good run back on us. I think we've also just crossed the DRS detection zone, so he's going to get DRS on this back straight. But we're up into second place for the moment, and he hasn't been able to come back at us. And that's a Ferrari 1-2 at the moment in Spain. But that's me getting one of the final corners very wrong. Now I think into turn 1 we'll drop the fuel mixture as we're ahead of Verstappen. Needs to get the fuel mix up on the straight, because otherwise he's just gonna breeze straight. Oh, safety car! Why is there a safety car? Well, that's kind of resolved all my fuel saving concerns. That's also very annoying. Oh, you can see why there's a safety car. There's a huge hold up back at the final chicane. It's my strategy a little bit out of the window, though. I'm gonna go with Jeff's strategy though and pit this lap unless Raikkonen pits. Raikkonen pits, then I'm not gonna pit. I can't be dealing with getting stuck behind him. But I'm hoping like the extra laps behind the safety car will mean that my mediums will come back around, so I can still go medium, and not have to run the hard tyre. That's my plan, at least. We'll see what happens. We got second place at the right time though, because look at the cars behind us, then look at the gap between us, and while everyone's sticking to a delta, now is the best time to pit. In fact, regardless of if Raikkonen pits or not, I think I'll come in.
Okay, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
That's a Red Bull 3.4 as well, look at that.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
Right, is Kimi coming in? No, he's not. You're going to lose out in the long run, fella. Yep. Other cars are in. Ricardo's in. Oh, oh no, wait. Because I said box this lap, Kimi's going to lose out, isn't he? Oh, no. Wait. Did Ricardo go straight through? Oh, no, wait. No, he's behind me.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those
We
tires.
haven't actually saved that much. I've probably screwed Kimi is more what I'm thinking has happened there.
Right, pick up the pace a touch, please. We need to close to within 10 car lengths of the car ahead.
My grandma isn't. But hold up now, Dirge. Come on. What do you mean my grandma is? What are you saying? What, the speed that we have to drive? It's safety reasons, man. Safety. If I could come into the pits at 200 mile an hour, I absolutely would. Well, anyway, we're out in 14th. Raikkonen leads. Verstappen is second. Verstappen is... Oh, come on. I was busy looking at chat.
We're seeing minor damage to the front wing. Be easy on the car till we get it repaired. We don't want to risk making this worse.
I'm just going to have to live with that. That was annoying. I looked over at chat, and I hadn't realised that Grosjean had braked. Oh, dear. Oh, we've now got damaged front wing, so we're going to have to contend with that as well. No one else is in the pits. Interestingly enough, that's a little wide. So I'm not going to know what the car feels like with this damaged front wing until later. That's yeah. My next scheduled tyre. I'm going to swap my next scheduled tyre now back to the medium. It means my final pit stop is going to be a long one. Oh, come on!
Your front wing is damaged. Performance will be affected.
That's down to me just not paying attention.
We think there's a viable strategy.
Oh yeah, there's a viable strategy change, all right. It's called me pit again and fit a new set of medium tyres, unless the safety car comes in this lap. I want to go soft for the final pit stop. The soft tyres like don't last around here. They're like 8 laps maximum. So if you have a look at the I'm scheduled apparently to pit. Safety car's in this lap. Great, and I have a horrendously damaged front wing. But that's the reason why the soft tyres last like 8 laps. So I would not make it to the end of the Grand Prix realistically with that level of performance. Now, that being said, what I think I might do here is pit anyway, due to the fact that I'm going to be losing too much time per lap and just running clean air, because that way I can't run into anyone. You know, there's logic in my madness here. This is now going to be the lap where Kimi Raikkonen peels into the pits and changes his tyres.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Yeah, Kimi's in. I'm also going to come in. I can't believe I did that to the front wing twice. That's so stupid of me. Oh, what happened with Kimi as well? They're slow to react. God, this race is going from bad to worse. Look at this. 10 seconds for them to get the car up. There we go. What's the stop going to be? 11.3. But we're on the medium tyre now. Hopefully only one stop remaining, but we're now massively behind everyone. And yeah. I've kind of screwed myself. I was in a very good position right up until I hit Grosjean twice. But that's what I get for not paying full attention. And I can't just use the rewind feature because, you know, it's kind of cheating. But at least now I'm in clean air, so I can actually like push the car a little bit to you know, we'll see what happens. It's now about concentrating and putting in good laps. Right now the team want us to finish in 6th, and that's a long way off. It's very much a long way off. Still, could be worse. Could be Monday. That's the way I'm going to look at this, and it's the way it's going to be.
Conditions should remain dry. We will keep you informed of any changes.
Wow, that's... Why I can't take that corner this race, I will have no idea.
Okay, gap ahead is 6.2 seconds.
Raikkonen with a 22.9, fastest lap of the race. So he's showing the pace that we have. I think I need to get more on sort of, you know, a good pace of 24.4 with a couple of mistakes. That's not, you know, not good at all, really, because we need to be on a recovery drive. So it's going to be about sweat mode, bit of concentration, and not overdriving the car. Which I say every time and then proceed to overdrive the car. But, you know, we'll see what's what as we do the fastest first sector of the race so far. Still not taking that corner very well. It's like the back end goes very light on turning. Even though I'm running even wing across the board, it's a very odd sensation. Especially for a pad, you know, it's difficult to understand the slide when you're on a pad, you know. For those of you just joining, we're on a recovery drive, as you can probably tell. 22nd place in a Ferrari is not where you would expect to be, but we were second when the safety car came out on lap 3, and I started on the softs. I fit mediums, filtered out in 13th place behind Romain Grosjean, and then hit him twice behind the safety car. So I needed to pit again, and the lap I pit was the lap that Kimi Raikkonen, my teammate, pit, therefore causing me to lose more time. So, you know, that was fun. And we're driving around one of my least favourite tracks on the F1 calendar, where the AI is super OP. So, you know, there's that. That's how you take that corner a little bit better. Cars are in the pits. That's a 23.6. That's a little bit more what we need. Still need a bit more speed. Is that? Palmer, we could not be in last place. Brave on the brakes. Around the outside of Jolyon Palmer. And we are no longer in last place. Wow, I see that as a good thing. Raikkonen is catching up to the back of the pack, but he's going to lose an absolute boatload of time behind them. All I can hope for at this point is a second safety car. That will very much help me recover my afternoon. Because right now, we got one pit stop left to make. Some of the cars ahead, I would say, have 2 left to make. But even then, it's looking pretty bleak. I'm hoping to catch Ericsson. Not so much in this straight line, but, you know, get him at the end of the first sector, like I did to Verstappen. Like, end of the first sector, beginning of the second, just be able to out-traction him on some of the corners. Plus, his mediums, I think, are wearing, so he should be bad in the traction zones. And his overall downforce isn't going to be very good. So we should be able to get him on the inside here. Lovely. Down the inside. Get him out of the way as soon as possible so we can get back into clearer air. And now we're chasing the Haas Ferrari of Gutierrez, the guy who came back on the grid at the end of last season because me leaving Haas got him his job back. So Hamilton now leads the Grand Prix. So that gives me the impression that Verstappen and cars ahead have pit. Now obviously I lost an absolute shice load of time. So I'm now way off of them. But we're now lapping in the late 23s. We can probably improve that a little bit. It's about finding out where, though, is the only problem. Because, and again, I feel like I'm just, you know, I'm losing like a tenth or two every lap just due to silly little things, you know.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.7 seconds.
Front end struggling to grip, tyres are losing that sheen. There's just some bad driving on my part. We get a nice exit though because we were technically quite wide. I'm probably losing quite a bit in that sort of corner there, and I just don't know it. It's a very hard corner to actually get properly right. Probably losing a bit here as well. Still 23.6, so, you know, we're lapping consistently-ish, which is... It's a good sign that we're lapping consistently, but it's, you know, it's not quick enough. Due to the fact that we're now getting into the territory where cars might be able to pit to complete a one-stop and go to the hard tyre. But then again, I suppose anyone that hasn't pit now are guys that have already gone on the hard tyre, which would indicate that they've got... It's hard to pull a one-stop off around here. Doable, but hard. Let's drop back to standard and save a little bit of fuel for a little while.
Want to consider switching to a lower fuel mix? We may not finish on the current settings.
But yeah, any points I can get today is what I'll take, because right now it's just not good. Kimi is in again. Why is Kimi in again so early?
In the pits. Kimi is pitting.
Unless he's had an accident. Like he's broken a bit of his front wing would be my assumption as to why Kimi is already in again.
You'll be on the mediums.
There's a car coming out the pits. I wonder who that is. Either way, Gutierrez has hit him. It's Sergio Perez. Gutierrez hit him, ruined all his momentum, wigging around the outside. Perez on the hard tyre. He will probably try and push to the end now. I don't want to get stuck behind him in his hard tyres, so let's dive it down the inside of turn 4. There we go. We had no right to make that overtake, but I sort of, you know, forced it upon him. Did not have the confidence through that right-hander. Just haven't got it. Right, so we fit these. Well, we fit these tyres. What, end of lap?
The hard tyres. Car behind.
8, 9. No, it was the end of lap 7. Is when we fit. Oh dear, that's cutting it a little bit. Yeah, we fit these tyres the end of lap 8. So, I don't think another set of mediums will get us to the end. I think we might have to use the hard tyre, which are absolutely disgusting. There's Daniel Ricciardo for reference. He's fit the hard tyre. He now intends on going to the end. I really don't want to use the hard tyre, but at the same time I need to ask, is it worth dragging out this set of mediums? You got to weigh up, you know, what's worse at this point, and these mediums are going to go off very soon. Still doing 24s though, so you know it's not awful. It's not awful. Plus, you know, we're slowly gaining positions as cars pit. Now they're all going to be going to the hard tyre, so you know that's all good for them. You've got to remember these tyres did. Oh no, they did no laps behind the safety car. This set, our other set that we were on, did. I mean, realistically, if we got these tyres to lap 20, right, that's kind of the point in which we would be able to fit another set of mediums and go to the end. But I don't know, man. I feel like that's just not going to be a benefit. Then again, I've already cost myself enough time, so realistically, another set of mediums will be faster to the end, I reckon. It's just Magnussen leads the race, still on hard tyres. I doubt he's pitted, you know, due to the fact we had a safety car. In fact, I think he might have just gone in. There goes Bottas. .24.4, yeah, we're starting to lose the pace a little bit now. But all these softs have got to do is got to do this lap and the next lap. These mediums. And then I think that's enough distance to be able to come in and fit another set of them.
Okay, the car behind has newer tyres than you. Maintain our gap if possible. Pit in this lap, but remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it.
No, we're not pitting in this lap. We're pitting in next lap. In all fairness, I'm not seeing like a massive drop off. Like, we even went faster that time around, you know? So that's not even a massive drop off. In fact, Magnussen comes out now after he's pit. So that goes to show that without our mistake, we would be up there. And by our mistake, I mean our additional pit stop that we had to make due to stupidity with Romain Grosjean during the safety car period. We've lost it on the front end though.
3.4 seconds.
No, the front end's now got practically nothing on it.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Affirmative. Medium tyres at the next stop. Our gap to the car in front is 4
Right, so here we come
seconds.
for a set of mediums. Where are we going to come out? Probably quite near the back, would be my best guess. Just got that slowed down. Come on, Ferrari, I need one of your miracle pit stops, please.
To us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the
2.5, nicely done. Wow, Massa's behind us. How the hell is Massa behind us? After the race that I've had and Massa is still behind me, Raikkonen's going to go through. There goes Haryanto. So we're going to come out 16th. Are we ahead of Bottas? We're ahead of Bottas. That's the pace that we had. Still on the used mediums. That was our in-lap. Bottas was ahead of us and pitted from ahead of us. And that's, you know, his speed based upon the hard tyre. So, I'm going to send one down the inside of Haryanto here. I probably shouldn't, but I need to get past him. Because realising how slow everyone else is on the hard tyre has made me realise, I think, just doing the extra laps might help us out here. What is going on here? Oh my god! Raikkonen losing out to the Toro Rosso, the McLaren Honda, and then me. How's it going, wee jobby? You're going to be glad that you weren't here at the start of this one. It was brutal. Well, the start wasn't brutal. Everything that happened since that was brutal. Alonso! Just about double overtake into turn one. Just about got that slowed down. Yeah, so at the start, we started 5th. We got up to 3rd through the first couple of corners. And then we caught up to Verstappen. Got past him. Both me and Kimi were 1-2 on the soft tyre. Verstappen was on mediums. And then the safety car got called out. And then I pitted immediately to swap tyres because, you know, my softs are only going to go a couple more laps. And I hit Grosjean behind the safety car twice, thus breaking my front wing. So I had to make an additional pit stop. The same lap Kimi came in, so I lost like even more time, and I was 22nd. So we've been on a recovery drive ever since. Yeah, man, it was not good. It wasn't good, but due to eking out a couple of extra laps on the last stint, I've managed to avoid the hard tyre, and I was able to, as we do fastest lap of the race, nice. I was able to. Bottas was 2 seconds ahead of me when he pit. I did 2 laps longer than him on like 60% worn mediums and came out ahead of him. So that goes to show how slow the hard tyre is around here. And based upon the fact that I think a few of the cars ahead of us are on the hard tyre going to the end, then I reckon we got a chance at points. Or, better than that, they're on a softer tyre than the hard tyre. If so, they've got to pit again. And I think I can eke these tyres out and not have to pit. That's what I'm going with. So we're just on the horizon of points. Hulkenberg ahead of us, probably not for long. So if Hulkenberg stays ahead, we're going to have DRS, I assume. Well, we've got a horrible run out of the chicane though. Might get a small amount of slipstream with a bit of DRS to help us catch him. And then I reckon we can have him in the first sector. You're on the hard tyres, Hulk. You're on the wrong tyre for this part of the race, my friend. Look at the cornering speed difference. There you go. Round the outside of turn 3. See you later, my friend. That's us past Hulkenberg, and we're now going to close up to Carlos Sainz, who definitely has to pit again because he's on soft tyres. So with that in mind, that's 9th place sealed as we do the fastest second sector of the race. I don't know about the cars ahead of him though. So that's going to be interesting when we get some clear air and we try and put some laps in. I'm not getting that corner very right the last couple of times round.
There's a Toro Rosso just in front.
22.9, yeah, we lost a bit in the final sector. It's not too much of an issue. Not my best first sector at all, but as long as we keep the pace up. Once we're past Sainz, we're then into, you know, your heavy hitter territory for, you know, the type of cars that we're going to be chasing down. So we're going to have to see what strategy they're on. Rosberg leads the race at the moment. That's out of nowhere. He started 8th. Raikkonen fighting his way up now. Finally. Trying to pull his weight. I do feel bad for him because he did start P1. Oh, back curb is brutal. Yeah, Kimi did stick it on pole, but Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of luck since. Wow, my lap times are not... They're tumbling pretty quick. We say that and we do the fastest first sector again of the race so far. So it's about getting it right. Here we go. Closing up on science now.
We shouldn't see any rain, but if a storm front does appear, then we'll let you know.
Oh, look at this now versus the Toro Rosso. Look at this. Through the fast right-hander. We're going to have DRS. Can we get him into the hairpin? I reckon we might. Hang him out to dry. There you go. It's cost us some lap time, but we're past him. There he goes. Yep, his soft tyres were shot to bits. 23.2. Perez is now the car ahead of us. He's on the hard tyre. He will be going to the end based upon when he came in. So, can we catch him? Is the question that we have to ask ourselves. I hope so. But with every lap that we do, these medium tyres get closer and closer to the cliff. And once they hit it, we are not going to be anywhere near as competitive as we need to be. So it's kind of sweat mode engaged right now to see if we can catch Perez. What's the gap? Gap is 7 seconds with 6 laps to go, including the one we're on. Strategy change? Nope. I'm committed to the strategy that I'm on. I don't care. That would pour through there, far too wide. Cost me a bit of time. 5.9 behind Perez. We're gaining. We are gaining. Seven seconds as we crossed the line last time around. What is it this time? 5.6. That's 1.4 on that lap. Oh, we're going to have to start saving some fuel. Turning way too early. Look, that was disgusting. That was disgusting, the first chicane. Even if we just catch Perez, it's doubling our points tally. You know, we're currently set for 2 points. If we catch Perez, it's 4 points. Pushed that about as hard as I could. Maybe a little bit too much. Yeah, we lost time. 4.9 is the gap to Perez. We haven't had a good lap this time around. .23.5 though, 4.6. It's coming down.
Our gap to the car in front is 4.1 seconds.
4.1, come on. Got to keep the belief alive. Just catching and passing Perez. Just 8th place after the race that I had. Because considering we were last for about 6 laps. With an impromptu strategy. Well, the strategy that I selected at the start, but it hasn't turned out the way they wanted. Ricciardo is just a fast slap machine at the moment.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
.9. 3 laps to go, including the one we're on. Oh my god, the chase is so real. 3.4 it's now. Oh, it's so tantalizingly close. My tyres are dropping off faster than his. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
It's moving to mix 2. Fuel to mix 2.
Ricciardo, 3 seconds exactly to Perez. .23.5, 3.1. No, we lost time in the final sector.
By a second per lap.
I don't think we're going to get him.
Information on NASA. They're speeding up again, so I expect they fixed whatever the problem was.
It's going to take a miracle to catch him now.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.7 seconds.
2.7. We're getting so close. .3 is the gap.
Engine is showing small signs of wear.
Oh,
Power output
go away, Jeff. Every single race.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Oh, it's 2.1. Just... It's the last lap. I don't think we're going to get him. Fastest first sector. He's now 1.7 ahead.
This is your final lap of the race.
Come on, car. Rosberg wins. No. We're just not close enough. No, that's it. That's it. There's the charge over. 1.5 behind Perez, but we lost all of our momentum. It's 9th place. It's horrible disappointment. No, yeah, that's...
Next time, okay?
A great win then for the Mercedes team today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart.
Man, I drove so hard on that final stint.
Didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
Well, this is it. This is where they all want to be.
Yeah, whatever.
And now let's take a look at the
One stops.
Well, the lead at the top
One stops. The
results for our points leader.
We had
Now then,
3.
Davidson, who was your
3
driver?
stops and we came
It's
9th.
a tough one, Crofty, but on balance, I think I'd go for Nico
It's
Rosberg.
just...
Quality stuff from start to finish.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. We saw a dip in form from the championship leaders today. Their lead has taken a significant blow. It was also a strong Grand Prix from Haas F1 this weekend. Fantastic work for
We had a
Ferrari.
faster car
Move themselves
than
further
most of
up
the
the
cars
table.
ahead.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Anthony, it's goodbye and see you again next time.
We could have got Perez. Oh, if I hadn't been so stupid and hit Grosjean twice behind the safety car, we would have been... I mean, the one stop would have been very difficult to beat today, but we would have come 5th at worst. Well, we're 5th in the drivers. Verstappen still leads the way with now Rosberg, Hamilton and Ricciardo, so that's now mixed those about a bit. And in the constructors, we're still terrible. Life at Ferrari isn't what I thought it was going to be, you know. That's probably the best race I've ever driven at Spain. Ever. Apart from the crash. I was so nearly there. On even against Ricciardo, who is a car much faster than me. Much faster. Ah, it's so frustrating. We're going to get an engine upgrade for the next round at least. So we get an engine upgrade for, oh god, Monaco. It's definitely not where you want an engine upgrade. So that will help us get closer to Mercedes at least. And then I think the next one I'm going to go for is downforce. And then we'll go from there. But that was... I've been throwing away more points than I've been getting. What with the incident at Russia and then just not being able to drive well. And Monaco, like, some of the mistakes I've been making recently, like silly little ones. And Monaco, it's like, I'm going to die if I make any of those mistakes. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you for all of those that came out and watched. Really do appreciate it. The video on demand will be available tomorrow. If you did miss any of the stream, you want to find out what happened. But yeah, I'm going to try and stream the Monaco Grand Prix tomorrow. That's if I can stream Monaco tomorrow in a reasonable amount of time, I hopefully will do 2. Hopefully. And I've got a video hitting the channel in like 2 hours time. So yeah. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.